Hi everyone, welcome to Let's Talk. My name is Nick Cosgrove and I'm joined today by Nomi Gurudidio. I'm so bad at pronouncing your last name, I'm so sorry. We tried so many times off camera for me to pronounce it right, I just couldn't get it. Nomi, how are you today?
I'm very good, how are you?
Good. It's funny, I've known you for so long and I still can't pronounce your last name.
I know.
I'm terrible with it.
It's okay. I know it's a hard one, so it's okay.
So one of the reasons I wanted to get Nomi on the channel today is because she actually runs two successful companies and it's quite impressive. Her resume is really impressive. And I thought, we can go into a little bit about that. But before we start, Nomi, why don't we tell everyone who you are and what you do for a living?
Okay. Well, I am Noemi. Everybody calls me Mimi, but you guys can call me however you want. I'm Mexican. I've been here for 12 years, so this is home now. And believe it or not, I love the rain. So, like, if it's raining, I'm outside. If it's sunny, I'm inside. So I know I'm kind of like a weird Mexican, but
Yeah.
I know.
What made you decide to move to Vancouver?
Actually, I remember I told my dad a long time ago that I wanted to take a 1 year vacation somewhere, and I was between Australia and Vancouver, in Canada, and I was like, where should I go? But then I was like, I don't know why, but I decided to come here, and I was like, okay, this is it. I really like it here. I love the weather. I think I'm just gonna stay, and I did.
Yeah.
So here I am.
Were your parents okay with that?
Yes.
They were. So you've been here since, I guess, 2010, a little bit earlier?
2007.
2007. Okay, so you have been here for a long time. So when you came to Vancouver, what did you do for work in your first, after maybe say your first year here? What were you doing as for work?
After my year, because I remember that my dad told me that he was going to support me only for 1 year. And then after that, I was on my own. So I was like, okay. And yeah, I found a job at a restaurant in Yaletown. And I was working there for like, I think almost a year. And then I met a guy, we fell in love, blah, blah, blah. We got married. And then after 6 years, we got a divorce, and I'm still here.
You're still here, okay.
I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere.
And I know that you're no longer working in restaurants, so why don't you tell everyone what you do for a living?
Well, after I got married, I was a housewife. And to be honest, I was a little bit useless. I'm not lying. Like, I didn't know how to do anything, to be honest. But then when I split, I was like, okay, I think I'm on my own now. What am I gonna do? I have to go back to work. And it's actually very funny because I got into construction, so I started painting walls. And I was like, okay, because I remember I called a guy and I was like, you know what? I really need a job, and I don't have any experience on anything other than a restaurant. But I didn't want to work in a restaurant. I was a prep, and I don't know. I didn't like that kind of pressure in the kitchen and everything. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know anything, and I don't have experience. And actually, I didn't go to school in Mexico because I didn't want to go to school. Like, it's kind of weird, but I was just partying. So I was just in one party and then another one, so whatever.
Oh, wow.
And then, yes, and then I called this guy and I was like, you know what? Like, well, I'm looking for a job and I'm here and I have a car and I'm available right now.
Right.
And the guy was like, okay, do you have any experience? And I was like, not really. He was like, okay.
Just hire me.
It's like, yeah. And I was
need
like,
money.
I'm available, like right now.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, I don't care how much you're going to pay me, but I really need a job.
Sure.
The guy was like, okay. So then I got a job. And then seriously, I was really enjoying it. Okay. But then I broke my wrist. And then in that time, my mom passed away. So I was so depressed. I was like, oh my God, no. And then I quit. I went to Mexico for almost a year to be with her before she passed away. And then when I came back, I was like, okay, I need to start again, like fresh. Like, I didn't have any money. I didn't have a husband. I didn't have friends. So I was like, okay, I think I'm lost. I was feeling really, really lost. And I didn't have a lot of money. So I was like, I have to do something. And I was like, okay, so I guess I'm just going to start a cleaning business. Because I was like, I think that's easy money. And I'm Mexican. So that means I'm really good at it.
I didn't say that.
I know. I said it. I'm not allowed to say it.
Yeah, okay. And what year was that?
I'm sorry?
What year was that?
That was 2016.
Okay. So go ahead.
Yes, and then So I started, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Yes, I'm gonna do it. And then I really, really liked it, but I was like, I always wanted to explore the social media thing. And then I was like, okay, I think I have the time and I can do it. So I started like kind of like a blog in 2013 when I was married. I didn't have anything else to do,
Okay.
and so I started to grow this Facebook page, and I had a lot of followers and everything. I was like, okay, I really, really like this. I think I'm really good at it.
Right.
So in my head, I remember that when I was a kid, I always wanted to have like something in publicity or marketing, but I didn't go to school. So I was like, okay, how am I gonna do that? Okay,
Right.
maybe I should go to school here, but then I was like, it's so expensive. So I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna try to do it my own.
Okay.
So by myself. So I did it. I was like, okay, what can I do? So I went to register my company, and then I got a website, and then I was like, okay, what else? Okay, Facebook. Okay, what else? Okay, Instagram. And then I was like, yes, I can do this. Now I just need a customer. I need clients. So how am I gonna do that?
Sure. So you taught yourself how to do this right away, like how
Yeah.
to get make a social media presence, gain followers. You didn't buy followers or anything like that, right? Okay. So and this is in 2016, is that right? At this point,
The media was actually 2018 when
18. Okay.
when it started like for good.
Okay.
Um, yeah, actually, that's one of the things that I'm always saying. Like, because I know that there's a lot of people who think that if you have a lot of followers, you are very successful.
Right.
And I don't think that's true. And I'm not saying that because in my businesses, maybe I have like a small amount of followers. It's not about that because you can buy followers if you want, but at the end of the day, they're fake. And then
Right.
what's the point? They're not going to be potential clients for you.
Right.
So like you have to have the real deal there, the real people, the people who is gonna actually hire you.
Sure. You one of the
Like yeah, for example, I don't know, like for influencers, that's fine because I understand why they're doing it. They're
right.
like, okay, but I want to have like I don't know 1 million followers because the big brands are gonna follow them and are gonna get them like a big contract. Well, yeah, but the big companies, the big brands are gonna give you that contract because they want you to sell. I mean, to sell, they want you to sell. Sorry,
Sure.
their product. And if you have fake followers, fake accounts, they're obviously not gonna buy anything. So
Right.
yeah, you have a big contract, but it's gonna be just like I don't know, for a little while they're gonna be like, okay, bye bye, don't work with that person because it doesn't work like that, you know? So and other thing that I believe is like when you have a really nice feed on your Instagram, because it's all about the design. That's what I think. It's
Okay.
love at first sight.
Right.
If someone to your profile and they're like, oh, that's really, really cool. And they really like your content, they're going to stay. And if they
Okay.
stay, they're going to be loyal to you. And that's when they become a potential client.
Right.
So instead of buying followers, you can start like getting this marketing thing and paying per post,
Okay.
and that's way different because then you're gonna get to a lot of people and the right people are gonna be like oh okay, follow. Maybe the other
Uh-huh.
not, they're gonna be like, well, I don't care. Like for example, in your case, maybe I'm there and then I see one of your posts and I'm gonna be like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, no, I'm not interested. It's okay, but maybe my brother's interested, or maybe
Right.
my husband or my cousin or whoever, and they're gonna be like, oh, okay, because everyone's gonna see your post because you paid for it.
I see. Okay.
And then that's way different than buying followers. You didn't even ask me that, but I'm just talking.
Well, no, and that's what I want you to do is talk. And one of the things, I was cruising your website the other night, and I looked at your Instagram page, and one of the things that you talk about is that you guys provide, you guys don't sell followers. You provide a social media presence. So that was one of the main things I actually wanted to ask you, and you went ahead and answered it for me. So why is it though that people do buy followers? Like
Why
I'm
they
not a
buy?
social media guy, so what's the reason someone would want to buy fake followers?
Because because they really believe that if they have um, a lot of followers, people are gonna be like, oh, that guy is really good
I see.
because
Okay.
everyone's following.
Right. Okay.
But I don't think it works like that. It's like a lot of people, yes, a lot of people go to a restaurant if they see that there's like a big line, they're like, oh, that place must be good. But is it? Is it really good, or is it just a famous place?
Right, right. Okay, I get
You
it.
know?
And that's
And
interesting because I've seen people on YouTube channels who have like 1 million followers, and then I'll look at one of their videos and they have like maybe 15 views. So something doesn't add up right. So go ahead and tell me what do you guys do with your media company? How are you guys different?
well, what I do is I focus on the client. That's the most important thing because I believe that when you're working with someone, you have to build a relationship with them. You have to get to know them because it depends on the business that you're working for. For example, if I'm working with you and I know you're into this body and healthy things, and well, not healthy things, but I mean like all the food and all the things that you do, because I used to train with you, like
Yeah,
I know how you are and you're really really good. And
thank you.
well, but I know you, you know, like it's like, you know, that you care for your clients. It's not just a business for you, it's
Right,
your life.
right.
That's your life. So when I'm working with you, you're putting your life in my hands.
Sure.
So I have to make sure that whatever your clients and your followers are seeing in your feed, that's you,
Oh
you know?
wow. Okay. Yeah.
So, because like I said, it's love at first sight. You
Right,
go there
right.
and you see it, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, wow, this guy is really, really good. I want to know more.
Right.
Like, you have to intrigue them.
I see.
Is that a right word? Intrigue them?
Yeah, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I understand what you're saying. It's interesting too because I mean, like you said, myself personally, I'm a little bit older, so I'm not really social media savvy. This is everything I'm doing is kind of trial and error. And like you said, my clients know me, but people in other countries don't necessarily know me, or even other provinces in Canada don't know me. So if I were to hire someone like you to help me, you would be able to get that message across to my followers or to potential customers. Whereas for me, I have a difficulty doing that. How would you do that though?
I think it's easy because
Okay,
you're always, well, first of all, I believe that on Instagram, for example, the most important thing is that you keep putting content,
right.
which you're doing all the time, which is really good. And it's about the stories.
Okay.
You make them feel like they're there with you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna see you. I don't know you. Maybe I live in Mexico, and then
Right.
I find you, and I'm like, oh wow, this guy is really good. And then I'm looking at your videos. I'm like, okay, so I can train with him while I'm at home,
Right.
and I'm looking at you, and then looking at your TikToks and everything,
Yeah.
and they're really fun to watch. And then like, oh
Thank
my
you.
god, I really like this guy. He's so cool. And then I want to know more. You know what? I'm gonna train too, and I'm gonna do that because you're gonna inspire me to
Right.
do it.
Okay.
And I think that's why it's really, really important to keep posting things
All the
all the
time.
time, because
Right.
you know that, especially right now, due to this COVID-19, it's like we're all on our phones 24/7.
Right.
So pretty much, if you're not on social media, you don't exist.
Sure. Yeah.
You don't exist. Social media is the new television,
Right. Yeah.
and
No, you're right.
you choose what to watch and
Sure.
commercials that you want to watch.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah. You're exactly right. And if you're a business owner, it's a yeah, that's right. And it's a full-time job. Really, it really is.
yeah.
Um, what type of clients do you work with?
I work with painting companies. I work with restaurants. I work with little boutiques. I like to work with local, small businesses because it's like not it's not that I'm educating them, because that's not the right word to say, but it's like we grow together, and I'm like, look, we can do this, and look how you're growing. And then suddenly they're like, oh my god, you were so right. And that feels so amazing because it's like, I know, but it's like we're doing it together because I'm just putting you out there, but in
Right.
fact it's your business, you know.
Sure.
So yeah, I really like to work with small businesses.
You're like a great PR person. Do you find now with the way social media is going these days, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, you've got LinkedIn. Are there any that are, let's say, are they becoming outdated? Like I have a lot of people telling me, hey, Facebook is on its way out. What are your thoughts on that? Is one social media platform better than the other, or is it important to be active on all of
They're different, but I don't think Facebook is gonna end, or is gonna go I don't know, slow or something. I don't
Okay.
think so. In fact, well, now you can monetize the videos on Facebook, and I believe Facebook is not going anywhere, and it's
Right.
really, really important.
Right.
I really like Facebook, and it's totally different because, for example, on my social media, my personal one, which is a like the blog one, Mimi and Love, that one on Facebook, I have 14,000 followers, but on Instagram, I only have 3,000.
Okay.
It's different. It's There are different people who are following me here and following me there, you
Right.
know? And
Right.
then I actually post different content too. So it's like every social media channel is really important. Depends
Yeah.
on what you're doing. Because
Okay.
and especially for the marketing campaigns, I think it's amazing because, for example, you can pay one marketing campaign on Facebook and it goes automatically to Instagram
Oh.
for the same price and it's the same campaign. So
Okay.
it's amazing because you don't have to spend a lot of money and you can get to a lot of people. So everyone's gonna be watching your videos and everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I wanna get some muscles with Nick.
Well, so you're the professional. So I want to ask you, how did you, like you yourself, how did you grow your presence? Because I mean, I see your social media content. And to me, it's one of the best. It's actually probably is the best stuff that I see online these days, especially with the people that I follow. So, and I'm not just passing you a compliment, but like, how did you build that online presence yourself and get all these followers? Because I know you don't have fake followers. So how did you do that?
Because I'm myself and because I'm really enjoying it. It's
You
like,
enjoy it, okay?
yes, I don't worry about the followers. I mean, the
Right.
number of the followers. It's like if I lose followers, because I'm losing followers all the time.
You
I don't
are.
care.
Doesn't bother you.
Yes, because someone's gonna be there and they're gonna be like, oh my god, I think this girl is cool. But others, they're gonna be like, oh, she's so annoying. And I get it. But I really don't care what people can think about me. I'm just myself. Of
Right.
course, I care about them.
Right.
Of course,
Okay.
because they're there because
Yeah.
they wanna see what I'm doing, and not that I'm famous or anything. Of course not. But what I mean is like
Not
there's
yet.
something that they like, not yet,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
about me that they really like.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. And it's really nice because the other day on Instagram, one of my followers, she was messaging me and she was like, "Oh my God, I remember you when you were in Mexico with your ex-husband and this and that." I was like, "Oh my God, that was a long time ago." And she was like, "Yes, and I really like you, and Bella, I feel like you're my friend." I'm like, "I am your friend."
Sure. Well, that was actually just going to ask you that too, because with so many followers, do you get a lot of people that DM you privately and asking you like questions and for advice on social media? Does that happen a lot? It
Yes, but
does.
on the Mimi and Love, actually, they ask me a lot of questions about relationships and things like that.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
like,
Okay.
yeah, and all the time I'm like, okay, like I'm flattered, but,
Yeah.
but I'm like, uh, well, my marriage wasn't that successful, so are you really sure that you want to ask me?
Right.
But
Right.
I think they start asking me because they know I'm gonna give them my honest opinion,
Right.
and that's a really good thing to do with your followers because they know I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, you should do this and that just to keep them following me. But no, I'm just gonna say what I think, and I
Yeah.
really don't care what they can. I don't know if they're expecting me to say something nice. I'm not going to.
Right.
If I'm not actually
Yeah.
thinking that, you know, like.
That that's actually one thing I know about you on a personal level is that there's no fakeness in you. You've always been really real, raw. You've told me plenty of times in the gym, Nick, fuck off, Nick, yeah, I hate you. You have no problem holding back. So I know I appreciate
Yeah,
that honesty, and I think other people see that too. They see that authenticity that you have in your posts. Are you able though to like? I mean, with that many followers and that many people messaging you on a regular basis, are you able to actually communicate with all of them? Or I mean, at one point it's like, oh my god, this is so much.
they don't message me like a lot. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I get a lot of messages, but not like, oh my god, I can't keep up. No,
Okay. All right.
and
So it's
I answer to all of them.
wow.
Um,
Really?
yes, and they're
That's
like, oh my god,
impressive.
I can't believe you answered me. I'm like, of course.
Yeah. That you know what? That's really impressive because I mean I don't even have nearly the amount of followers as you. And when people DM me, sometimes it takes me a few days to get back to them. And I'm not nearly like you are on Instagram or Facebook or any of that. So that's really impressive. It is. No, it really is. So if someone were to hire you for a social media platform, what would be the first thing that you would ask them? Would you say, hey, I want to look at your website? Or like, say I go to you and I say, I need help with my social media. What would be the first thing that you would ask from me? Besides obviously
Uh,
being paid.
well, the first thing it would be, what are you expecting? Like, what do you want? Like,
Okay.
what is actually your goal on this? Like, are you doing this because you really love it, or it's just that you really want the clients because you need the money? It's like, what do you want?
Okay.
Because that's very important, because there's a lot of people who are actually like, you know what, like, I don't care, I really don't like my job, but I need the clients and I need to get sales. I'm like,
Okay.
okay,
All right.
so focus on that.
Okay.
Because when you really 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 love what you're doing, it's so easy,
Sure.
and it's actually really really fun to do.
Yeah.
So that's my first question, like, why are you doing this? Like, do you really like this? Do you enjoy your job?
Yeah.
That's really important.
And you take a look at their website and say, hey, look, your website's outdated. It needs a little bit refresh. Do you look at stuff like
Yeah,
that as well? You do.
I
Okay.
look at the website because I think it's very important to see first. I don't know why, but the first thing I see is the colors on the
Okay.
website.
Okay.
So yeah, so in my head right away, I'm starting to create like some posts in my head. I'm like, okay, with these colors, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then while I'm talking to them, I'm like asking questions like, okay, so do you like me to, like, would you like me to make you some videos, or do you like to be on camera? Because that's very important, because I can put their face on the post, or
Okay.
just create videos or like interviews or something. And some of
Right.
them are like, no, 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 I don't like that. And yeah, I give them options.
Okay. Do you work with a team of like web developers as well? Like say someone says, hey, you know what, I need a brand new website. Would they come to you and you put them in contact with the right people? Like, do you do that yourself as well?
No, I don't do that myself, because I can do it, but it has to be like a really basic website. So I can't tell my client like, oh yeah, I'm gonna create this amazing website. Like, come on. So I'm really honest. I'm like, you know what? This thing that I'm doing, I'm just doing it because I love it, and you're gonna see what I do. I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
the option. You can see if you like it and you're happy with me. We go from there. But I am not like the best. I'm not a web designer, but I have a lot of people that I work with, and if you like it, we can do all together. If not, I can recommend you other people. But yeah, I'm really honest right away, because a lot of people are like, oh no, I'm the best. Oof, no, and I went to this university and this and that. I'm like, no, well, actually, I learned everything by myself.
Yeah.
So
But you know what? I mean, your work speaks for itself. I've seen some of your work and you've done really great online with your clients. So, I mean, people can just look at your resume and see that, right?
yeah,
And like you said, you know, I think honesty goes a long way, both in your industry and my industry. I myself, I work with a lot of, I call them fake trainers, and they're not authentic. They're not honest. They, you know, they give people copy and paste diet plans, training programs, and they really don't really care about their clients. I think it's just getting that paycheck. And I think it's in every industry you get people like that. I want to actually switch gears over to your other company though, because you actually have two companies. Let's talk about that for a second. So tell everyone what your other company is.
okay, my other company is I started it like as a cleaning business. But then I was like, okay, if I only say that it's a cleaning business, I was only cleaning. That was true. Then I was like, okay, I wanna do more things. What if someone, because I used to go to a house and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, I'm gonna charge you this amount, blah blah blah, and it's gonna be like, I don't know, 2 3 hours, whatever, and it's me and two girls or whatever, or just the girls. But then I was like, oh, you know what? I think you need fresh paint here. I don't know, maybe this color will look better. And they were like, oh, do you know someone? I'm like, of course I do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
then I was like, okay, I was like, I think I need to change the name of my company, because now I can actually refer clients to other people. I was like, I'm going to do that. So I did it and I changed it, because before it was Mimi Home Services. So
right.
I changed it to Mimi Project Management. And now it's like, oh, do you need some concrete finishing things? Because I know the right guy. Or do you need like floor installations, things like that. And oh my God, I love it. I love it. And that's the thing, that I need more time.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I'm working all day, but I really, really enjoy what I do. And sometimes
Right.
I want to do more businesses, and I want to open a different company now for another thing. And I'm like, what time am I gonna do that?
You want to open another company?
Yes.
What's that company?
Uh, I want to create. Well, I'm not gonna create it myself. I'm gonna hire someone to do it. One of my people. But I want to do an online store for
Okay.
jewelry.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's a lot of things that I want to do. I actually, other than that, I want to create my own brand, and I
Right.
want to design bags. So I want to do everything,
Very cool. Did
and
you
I know
see
how to
your
do it. I just need time.
Did you see yourself when you were married 10 years ago as a housewife with that mentality of, just being a housewife and now to running two, possibly three companies, like, not even 10 years later, 8 years later, let's say. Did
No,
your
never.
mindset completely just switch? It
It
has.
it's unbelievable because, to be honest, like I think for 2 years I was
Yeah.
completely lost. I was really, really, really depressed, and I was like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? And now I I look I look back and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Like everyone can do this if you
Yeah.
really know what you want to do and if you really enjoy it. Of
Yeah.
course you can. I work 24/7.
That's what you need, though. You need the work ethic, too, though. And you have that.
And I really enjoy it. For
Yeah.
example, on Friday, I didn't have any girls to clean, so I went myself and cleaned a house. And I was like, I went with another friend, and we were cleaning, and we were laughing. She owns a cleaning business as well. We were laughing and having the best time. And we were like, oh my god, can you believe it? Like we're just having an amazing time, and
Right.
it's true. Like
Yeah.
we're never complaining about anything. Of course, I came home and I was so tired, but I
Yeah.
was like, I don't care. It's my business. This is my life. I love it. For example, today I was painting this because
Okay.
it's a different color, and I
Looks
was like,
good.
oh, I'm gonna change the color. So I went to a supermarket and bought a spray paint. I was like, I'm just gonna do it myself. So I did it, and with my coffee, and I was like, oh my god, what time is it? I'm gonna see Nick today.
Making time for me. It looks great.
Yeah.
But,
So
well, I think that's why your business is so successful, though, because you're not afraid to do the dirty work, literally the dirty work. And I'm the same way. It's like there's no job that's too small or beneath me. I mean, you see something on the ground, you pick it up. That's what makes a good owner run a successful company, in my opinion, good business, right? And you have that. You're saying, hey, I'm going to go clean the house myself. I don't have anyone right now. I'll go do it. Not many owners would do that. They'd be like, well, you know what? I'm
yeah,
just going to put off a few days and tell the client we can't do it right now. It's really,
have
I really, really have admiration for your work ethic. It's really impressive. Um, I wanted to go into COVID-19 with you for a second. Now, you run two fairly successful companies. Has COVID-19 had an impact on either of these companies?
yes.
It has.
Actually, actually for both, because in both of them, with the cleaning company, well, not everyone wants the girls to be there, which I understand, and that was hard because it's paused pretty much. So I'm not getting anything other than Friday, and well, I have another maybe two more the next week, but that's it. And for the social media, actually, that's funny because most of my clients, they wanted to stop
Okay.
the all the service, and I was like, you know what, like I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm gonna work for you for free. Like I'm
Wow.
not charge you.
Really?
I'm actually not charging anything. And
Okay. Wow.
just to a few of them, there are others
Sure.
that who are paying, but actually I gave them a discount because I understand how this is going.
Right.
But I actually doing well, so I don't worry about that because believe it or not, I'm actually doing administrative work for a concrete finishing company as well.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes,
that's interesting.
I
Okay.
work all day.
Yeah, yeah. You don't slow down. Okay.
Yeah, no, and I'm doing that because I'm dyslexic. Is that the word?
Yeah,
Dyslexic.
that is a word. Yeah.
Yes. Also, I'm dyslexic and I have issues with numbers. So I
Okay.
started that job because I need my brain to start working with that,
I
and
understand.
so I do that as well. So that's another entrance for me with money. So I'm doing well. So I was like, okay, I can't leave my clients without their social media. So I was like, I really don't care. Actually, a few of them are so stubborn. They were like, no, 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 I'm not gonna let you do that. You're an angel, but I'm not gonna let you do that. And I was like, well,
Sure.
you know what? Because I really have a great relationship with them. I was like, I'm not asking you. I'm just telling you that I'm gonna do it, and you're gonna thank me later.
Well,
And yeah, like I'm still working. So
and that's actually one of the first things you said when we started today was you said just because things have slowed down doesn't mean that you should just stop your social media. In fact, you should
yeah,
keep
no,
doing your social media even more.
especially now.
You want to keep that presence, and now's the time to do it. So, I
Yes,
mean, I understand people cutting back on their costs and everything, but this would probably be something that you would not want to cut back on right now if you are a business. Okay, yeah, you want to stay relevant.
yeah,
Yes,
of course. Especially like I don't know if you're a small restaurant, and I know you have to maybe you have to close the restaurant, but not really because you know that some of them are just delivering and all of that. Well, now you need your social media more than anything, you
right.
know.
Yeah,
So it's like I don't know, social media. It's a must.
yeah.
That's something that you can't cut. Like you can't.
No, I tried to fight it for years. I tried my best, and I realized, what, it's necessary. Especially if you do want to create a presence, not just with your local clients, but you want to reach a vast majority of people around the world, right? So it is super important these days. I mean, it's 2020. So if someone wanted to get in contact with you for social, well, let's start with the social media first. If someone's looking for a social media guru, how would they get in contact with you?
They can find me on my website or on my social media, which is Mimidia Studio. That's
Okay,
the Instagram or mimidia.ca.
right. And you currently are taking on clients, correct?
Yes.
Great. And what about as for cleaning? I mean, I know some people are hesitant to have cleaners in right now, but I'm sure you guys are practicing all the, you're doing the social distancing, you're making sure everything, wearing masks and everything. So if someone said, hey, look, I need to, because I noticed on your cleaning company that you guys also do like real estate staging places as well, right? Like getting places ready for sale, just not actually staging the place itself, but doing the cleaning in front of that. Is that correct?
Yes,
So
and we actually work night shifts as well.
oh, great. Because I know with a lot with I have a few agents that are coming on the channel, real estate agents, and they're doing the virtual tours now. And so, I mean, the places need to look spotless. So you guys are still working. So if someone wanted to get in contact with you for that, how would they go about doing
They can find me on Mimi Project Management on Instagram or Facebook.
that? Okay, I'm going to put links below in the description of this video to both of those sites because
Thank
I think, you know what, both of those businesses can be useful right now, and definitely do not cut back on social media right now. That's
you.
Nomi's
Yeah.
message today. It's not a
That's
time to start doing that right now. Cut back on some things, but not social media.
exactly.
I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today. I know that you're actually very busy these days. Most people aren't, but you are. So I know it's hard for you to set some time aside for me, but I really appreciate it. I always enjoy talking to you.
Thank you
And
so much.
no, thank you so much. It's always fun. And I think after COVID-19 has passed, I think you're probably going to be even busier because all these new businesses are going to come up and they're going to need someone for social media. People like me, we don't know what the hell we're doing. So we need people like you,
You're
right?
doing good. You're doing good.
I don't know. I might be coming to you soon. Nomi, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it. And it was
Thank you
great
so
seeing you
much.
again. Okay. You have a
Thank
great
you. It
day.
was really, really nice seeing you.
It's always nice seeing you. Have a great day. Thanks so
You
much.
too. Bye.
Bye.